The dust motes danced in a single shaft of light piercing the gloom of the oracle's chamber, illuminating the ancient tapestries that depicted 1,000 triumphs and tragedies. Elara, her silver hair braided with moonstones, sat on a cushion before the obsidian pool, her eyes closed in concentration. For centuries, her lineage had guided the kingdom of Eldoria, their prophecies infallible, their counsel unwavering. But lately, a disquiet had settled over her spirit, a subtle discord in the symphony of fate. Today, the prophecy she sought was for Prince Kale, heir to the throne, a young man as impetuous as he was honorable. The kingdom teetered on the brink of war with the northern barbarians, and Kale yearned for a vision that would guarantee victory. Elara chanted the ancient words, her voice a low hum that vibrated through the chamber. The obsidian pool, usually a mirror of the future, swirled with murky eddies. Finally, a vision coalesced. Kale, alone, on a desolate battlefield, bathed in a strange golden light. A single dark figure approached him, not with malice, but with an outstretched hand. And then the words whispered from the depths. The prince will find his greatest ally in the heart of his greatest enemy. Elara's eyes snapped open. The words were clear, yet they twisted her insides. His greatest enemy was the barbarian chieftain, Forlag, a ruthless warrior who had plagued Eldoria for years. An ally? It defied all logic. When Kale arrived, his face etched with anticipation, Elara delivered the prophecy, carefully omitting the unsettling detail. You will face a formidable challenge, Prince Kale, but a powerful alliance will secure your triumph. Kale's eyes gleamed. An alliance. Just as I hoped. We shall crush Forlag and his horde. He strode out, his stride radiating confidence, already picturing treaties signed with neighboring kingdoms. War preparations intensified. Kale, emboldened by the prophecy, led his armies with a fierce determination. Elara watched, a knot of dread tightening in her stomach. She knew the prophecies were never wrong, but this one felt incomplete. Broken. The decisive battle unfolded on the plains of Eredor. The clash of steel, the roar of men, the screams of the wounded. It was a symphony of destruction. Kale, a whirlwind of steel and courage, fought at the forefront. As the day wore on, Eldoria's forces, though valiant, began to falter against the sheer ferocity of Forlag's warriors. Kale found himself isolated, surrounded by a ring of barbarians. Just as a massive axe swung towards him, a figure erupted from the fray. Forlag himself. But instead of delivering the death blow, Forlag parried the axe, deflecting it away from Kale. The barbarian chieftain, his face grim, fought alongside Kale, his movements surprisingly fluid and precise. Together, they cut a swathe through the surrounding barbarians, pushing them back. Kale, disoriented but alive, stared at Forlag. Why? He demanded breathlessly. Forlag grunted, parrying another blow. Your oracle speaks truth, Prince. My people are weary of war. Our lands are barren, our children starve. I sought a way to end this bloodshed, and your oracle spoke to me in a dream, mirroring her words to you. Peace will be forged when enemies stand as one. Elara's vision of the golden light, the outstretched hand, the greatest enemy becoming the greatest ally, it all clicked into place. The prophecy wasn't broken. It was simply far more nuanced than she had dared to imagine. She had interpreted alliance as a traditional military pact, not a desperate act of shared survival. The tide of the battle slowly turned. The sight of their chieftain fighting alongside the Eldorian prince stunned the barbarians into a momentary hesitation, and Kale's forces, rallying, pressed their advantage. By dusk, the plains were silent, save for the moans of the wounded. The Eldorian army had secured a victory, not through annihilation, but through an improbable, an unthinkable act of unity. In the aftermath, Kale and Forlag, weary but alive, stood together, the unspoken understanding between them palpable. Negotiations began, not of surrender, but of peace forged from necessity. They spoke of shared resources, of trade, of a future where their children would not know war. Elara, observing from a distance, felt a profound sense of humility. She had doubted the prophecy, not because it was flawed, but because her understanding was limited by her preconceived notions. The oracle's power wasn't in predicting the obvious, but in revealing the unexpected paths to truth. The moral of the story is that true understanding often requires us to look beyond our preconceived notions and biases. The oracle's prophecy wasn't broken. Elara's interpretation was. Sometimes, the most profound truths are found in the least expected places, and what appears to be an enemy can, in fact, hold the key to a solution.